NorCal Sports TV back at Sonora High School, Bud Castle Gymnasium for the Wildcats facing off against the league opponents, the Amador Buffaloes, who come in at 0-17 overall, while the Wildcats just took down their crosstown rival, the Somerville Bears, a few days ago. Wildcats coming to this one 6-1 on their home court and look to keep that second place spot in the Motherlode League when we continue. Bud Castle Gymnasium, I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. The Sonora Wildcats on January 20th, last Friday, took a 10-point victory against their crosstown rival, the Somerville Bears, and right before that, they went to Calaveras High School and lost that game by 3 points. So Sonora ranking at the number 2 spot in the Motherlode League currently. They're looking to overtake Calaveras if they can, but Calaveras is 5-0 in league play. Sonora right behind them just because of that loss. And if Sonora stays strong all the way to the end on February 7th right here at home, Sonora has changed their senior night to be against the game against Calaveras. So Sonora will come in, the seniors knowing that it could be their last time playing on their home court, and want to take down Calaveras, in which they can force a playoff game, and they would go for that league title, which Sonora is definitely capable of, but Calaveras, a very, very strong team. Amador Buffaloes also in the Motherlode League. Haven't won a game this season. They've had a few close ones, but couldn't quite put the whole kibosh together. Their last 3 games, they played against Calaveras, Bret Harte, and Argonaut. 3 strong teams, all 3 in the Motherlode League, but they've only averaged 15 points per game through those last 3 visits. When they played Sonora on January 6th, it was a 64-17 score, and now Sonora, they look to do the same thing again in hopes that they can keep that top spot in the Motherlode League alive. This has been the Minner's Tree Company pregame show. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy. This broadcast has been brought to you by SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Visit our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports. Visit straightsports.com for more information. Ab Locker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com. Sonora Wildcats in their last game against the Somerville Bears put up a strong showing even without their top 2 leading scorers, Reese Hampton and Ryan McDaniel. But McDaniel is back now, and the Wildcats can have that strong player once more. But in that game, their leading scorer was actually sophomore guard John Curran with 12 points. He was 40% from the field, and with that, like I said, 12 points. Riley Edwards was the second leading scorer, 1 point behind him with 11 points, and 3 of 8 from the field at 38%. Other than that, they had a few other scores all below double digits with Jared Franklin, Parker Moore, and Roger Alderman, who struggled a little bit in that game despite the size difference that he had. Alderman stands at 6'5" in every bit of 270, all muscle. But then you look at what Somerville had with Rye Atkins, who's 6'6", but only 180. So there's 90 pounds difference in those two center players. And despite Rye Atkins only being 180 pounds, he definitely did some defensive work against Alderman along with Braylon Levereau. So a good stance to Somerville there, and we'll see them back in action on February 3rd at Somerville High School. Along with that, three-point percentage for the team was at 26%, very low, and they had 2 players who put up a few but didn't make any at all. And their leading three-point shooter was Parker Moore, who hit 2 of 3, and he's more of like a junior forward center type player and not the person that you'd expect to hit that high percentage. Free throws for Sonora kind of hurt them, missing 10 free throws, and the one who was at the line the most was Roger Alderman, who only hit 1 of 6. And then defensively, 30 rebounds, 9 assists, and 10 steals, which was very big against that Somerville offense because they like to take their time and then make that good shot that they have open. Along with that, though, 14 turnovers, which Sonora definitely needs to look at and say we need to be in single digits on turnovers. But, of course, every coach wants to be at 0 on turnovers for the game. Starting 5 for the Amador Buffaloes, starting with number 11, Wyatt McChollick, Jacob Benyon, Lucas Hunter, Ethan Kreshock, and Colton Earl. All seniors and juniors on this team, and quite a small roster as well. They don't have a lot of options, and even one junior player not able to be with them today. And for the Sonora Wildcats, they're starting 5, Riley Edwards, Ryden Weaver, Jared Franklin, John Curran, and Parker Moore. And something that we talked about here on NorCal Sports TV during the last game against Somerville is that Sonora's John Curran, who's a sophomore, and Rye Atkins, who's also a sophomore for Somerville, are going to be going at it for the next few years. And it's definitely a good rivalry to look at, not just the crosstown rivalry, but from what John Curran and Rye Atkins can do against each other as they meet 2 times every single year. And they just had their first meeting as both varsity players, and they definitely showed up combined. Coach Lanchway looking at that victory and saying, hey, a win is a win. Believed in his team the entire time and looks to win out for the season, make it the best possible option for the Wildcats as we now look at the Star Spangled Banner for the national anthem.
So proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleaming
Broadcasting live from Sonora High School, the Wildcats host the Amador Buffaloes. Also in league play, you have Calaveras at Somerville, in which Somerville, when they traveled to Calaveras, they had it a very close game all the way through three quarters, but lost it in the fourth as Calaveras took a 19-point victory. But Somerville at home, if they can take a victory away from Calaveras, that'll tie up Sonora and Calaveras for that number one spot, and then it'll come down to that February 7th game right here from Bud Castle Gymnasium. Also along with this for Motherlode League play, it's Bret Harte at Argonaut, in which Bret Harte, 9-14 overall, lost their last game in Argonaut at 11-11. That's probably going to be one of the closest games tonight in high school basketball, but hopefully Somerville can squeak out that win and give Sonora a chance and even themselves a chance at that league title. Somerville last league title 2015, Sonora just 2 years ago. Sonora wins the tip here, and starting off their offense, Ryden Weaver, new to the starting lineup, but everyone else no stranger to the Big Five. Turnover to start it off. Sonora gives it right over to the Buffaloes, and now they run their offense. They've had 450 points for, but have allowed double as Parker Moore misses the right-hand layup, and then Curran cleans it up underneath, and Sonora gets the first points on their second possession. Sonora going with some tight pressure near half court, a three-quarter court press. Buffaloes keep this in and then throw it right out with Colton Earl, the junior for Amador. Jared Franklin gets it off the right wing. Weaver in motion to the corner. And then Parker Moore get it right back up top for Sonora. Edwards drives in. 15-footer gets the bounce through. Riley Edwards averaging 7 points per game, which is the largest on the team. Definitely need him on the court as Weaver able to stop this pass. Deflected out of bounds, and Amador will get it on the sideline. Sonora still pushing up some pressure, and one of the best defenders they have, John Curran, on their point guard. Curran, a great guard defender, and it's shown throughout the entire season. Doesn't want to go up to the driving man, and Amador gets 2 points up with Lucas Hunter. Franklin puts up a three, misses off the right side. Shot clock never reset. Hunter picks up the dribble. Buffaloes down to 12 to shoot. Blocked from behind by Riley Edwards, leading to a fast break for Ryden Weaver. And he'll slow up on the left wing as Edwards back on the baseline to a cutting man. Never had the option. Curran fakes left, goes right, and a foul on the reach with Ethan Kreshak. Wildcats will stack up on the side of the paint. And it'll be Weaver to ignite the pass. Looks, fakes, has to get it out. Finally finds Jared Franklin in the corner, guarded by Jacob Benyon. Plenty of time for Sonora to start it up. Fade away from 15 feet. Nicks off the left side. Riley Edwards, an offensive rebound, and resets the shot clock at 35 as John Curran will slow up, not take the three ball, and look for something a little more plausible. Moore sets the screen, allows Edwards to get open. Then the pick and roll from Moore, can't do so. Looks over at the official saying there was a lot of contact there. Sonora going to have to fight through it, play the game without the whistle. Bounce pass deflected off the shins of John Curran. 3-on-2 fast break. Curran goes coast to coast. And an easy soft touch off the backboard for John Curran. Wildcats lead by 4. Switching court, Franklin gets there, but not in time to swipe that ball away. Three from the corner, too much muscle. Rebound, Amador, the offensive board, a miss, and he gets it back again for Amador. And then the swipe of the arm on Parker Moore will give the first foul to Sonora. And Parker Moore picks it up, just reaching that arm out, coming down. A little bit of contact, makes the whistle blow. One of two at the free throw line for the shooting Jacob Benyon. Then Parker Moore, who picked up the foul, will be getting the rebound credit. Weaver tightly guarded, a steal by Amador. Jacob Benyon able to reach into the cookie jar and come out clean. Amador back on offense will take their time. They had an open three look with Lucas Hunter, but he decided not to take it. They'll leave it to another guard with Riot Macholik. He misses, and there is a foul back inside the paint, which sends Benyon to the free throw line, shooting two for the second time within a minute. Benyon has the shooter's touch on the first attempt, and the first substitutions come in for Sonora with Noah Wright, Ryan McDaniel back in the lineup after missing the game against Somerville, and along with them, Cooper Alberto, the junior 5'11" wing. He'll be down off the low block, box out against Lucas Hunter, and pull down the board in his opening seconds. First touch offensively for Alberto, drives, deflected, and a foul. Cooper Alberto will be shooting two now. Good drive around, got his defender on the hip, and then just a little bit of contact on that upper shoulder area will allow Alberto to take some free throws. Roger Edwards will also come in for John Curran. Tight score, 2-point difference. Sonora on top. Rebound by Amador's Lucas Hunter, and then Roger Edwards able to slip that ball out of his hands, but he was the last to touch as it went off the baseline. Amador moving that ball well. Alderman forced to go outside, a block, and then throws it right to the ground. Alderman, they say, was the last one to get a piece of it. Amador will look center, blocked by Alderman, and Essay's right back here with the Buffaloes. Roger Alderman deflecting that one, protecting the paint in his opening minute of play, making sure that the Amador Buffaloes have to go outside and rely upon their deep ball shooting. Like this here, the three ball goes short and then bounces up and over for an Alberto rebound. Wright calls out the play over to Ryan McDaniel on the left side, trying to swing it out. Alberto will fake baseline and keep moving with the screen from Alderman. Alberto in, kick out, Roger Edwards, 15-footer misses. Alderman still fighting for it. The Amador Buffaloes able to reel it in with Wyatt Macholik. Has to get rid of this ball. Can't hold that for more than 5 seconds. Buffaloes have been in that scenario quite a few times. Finds the cutting man, tied up by McDaniel. No rim. Shot clock resets with the Alderman rebound, and Ryan McDaniel pushes offense. Noah Wright, great deep three-ball shooter. Hasn't been as hot in games as he's been in practice. We have a body bump on Ethan Kreshak. No, excuse me, that is Wyatt Macholik. It's the third foul on the Buffaloes in the first quarter, and Sonora will inbound from the baseline. Noah Wright. Deep pass to McDaniel. Coach Rivas, the freshman Sonora coach, saying you have to set a screen, you have to force somebody open. Edwards gets an open look, misses. and it comes down to the Buffaloes. Amador very confident in Wyatt Macholik, the senior player. Been taking looks that are slightly closed off, but getting the ball up. Hasn't done the scoring that he needs to, but then there's Lucas Hunter, another senior for Amador, knocking down the 3 ball, and Amador has the lead by 1. (7-6). Amador, very slow start in Sonora. Just something off about them. We've seen a few players that usually don't get in there, and there's another block. This time it's Lucas Hunter for Amador, going up from behind and getting full palm on leather action. Cutting man to the Buffaloes, puts it off the backboard, misses left side, and the extra reach of Roger Alderman gets easy rebounds. The thing about the Amador Buffaloes, just from what I've noticed in 7 minutes of play, is that they basically stick to the basics. They run very light plays that you would see in middle school or elementary school. But it's been so long that Sonora has played against these types of offenses that they're kind of just allowing it to happen. And then Amador, as long as they convert those points, it's going to be easy for them to keep this lead. But we haven't seen that exact field goal percentage that we need to see for them for a possible victory. And once Sonora can catch up on that offensive movement that the Amadors are running, it's going to be very easy for them to stop. Offensive foul on Sonora. Roger Alderman didn't set his feet, and we've seen it a few times through the season, and it hasn't been called. The official sees this one a little early. That extra left step that he took at the very end as the body was bumping into him. Offensive foul, and here is Sonora. Roger Edwards blocked from behind again. Thought he had an easy 15-footer. Wasn't paying attention to that extra pressure that was put from behind, and then he regains it right back for Sonora. He made the mistake, and he got the money back. Ryan McDaniel bounce past Parker Moore. Fast-paced offense. Moore goes in, gets the bounce, and Sonora retakes the lead, 8-7. No shot clock for the Buffaloes, but Sonora definitely wants to get this ball back and have the final attempt in this first quarter. Backing down, double-teamed. In some trouble, being tied up with McDaniel. Ball comes out without a screen, and this one is Wildcat basketball. (13 seconds). Noah Wright gets the inbound from Alberto, looking for that final shot. Wright has McDaniel on his left. 5 seconds to shoot. Roger Edwards on the right. Pushes through, loses the ball. 1 second to get it up, and fouled, bailed out in the final half second. Roger Edwards will have 2 free throws to end quarter number 1. Great defense from the Amador Buffaloes, not allowing that deep shot that Sonora obviously wanted, and then poking that hand in, getting that ball out. And, well, at the very end, it's just what happened to get Roger Edwards to the free throw line, in which Amador couldn't help themselves, slapping from behind. Edwards hits 2 of 2. It's a 10-7 game, and Amador will allow the clock to run out for the end of 1. Sonora Wildcats up by 3 against the Motherlode League opponent, the Amador Buffaloes.
Broadcast has been brought to you by SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Visit our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports. Visit straightsports.com for more information. Ab Locker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
Score change during the middle of the quarter. It's 11-7 Sonora, so our producer was right early on. Amador Buffaloes, the Motherlode League opponent to Sonora, keeping it close very early on In their last 3 games, well, they've only averaged 15 points per game in games against Calaveras, Bret Harte, and Argonaut. And right now, halfway to that mark, just a quarter in, so the Amador Buffalo is definitely doing some work in practice. Very well done by head coach Cagle. Buffalo's making a strong statement at the start of the second quarter. Misses the shot, but the good accuracy. Then Moore, the deflection, batted away. Easy stop by Parker Moore, the junior center for Sonora. Buffalo step on the baseline, give it back to Sonora. Right now, entering the second quarter, you have Ryan McDaniel, Cooper Alberto, Roger Edwards, Parker Moore, and Noah Wright. Here's a 3 from McDaniel. Easy buckets. Ryan McDaniel, the junior guard for Sonora, knocking it down from the corner and doubling up the lead, 14-7. Ten seconds on the Buffaloes. Give it back over to the Wildcats. Took too much time to get that ball out. Just waiting for a player to get open, but not enough movement to allow the pass to get out. And the official has just awarded a technical foul to head coach Caleb Cagle of Amador. So Ryan McDaniel will go over and shoot the technical free throws after head coach Cagle picked up the tech. McDaniel went 50%, hit one of the 2. And now Sonora will be able to inbound the ball once again, and nobody really knows what happened. It must have been some words exchanged between head coach and the official, but I guess we'll never really know for sure now. Roger Edwards to the elbow for Parker Moore. Makes a great move inside. A beautiful play by Parker Moore. Took a sidestep, got the defender on the side, able to cross back over and move right down the lane. Caught the defense lacking, and now Parker Moore, well, he missed the shot, which isn't what you want to see, especially for a center at his size. Get in there, make that shot, whether you get fouled or not. Needs to be something that goes down. Moore is 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 17-7. Sonora now leads by 10. Buffaloes get this one past half court on the sideline, and Sonora gets it back with the pressure from Noah Wright and Ryan McDaniel. Excuse me, they called a foul on Noah Wright. Guess there was a little contact that wasn't seen there as Wright forces again along with McDaniel. Pull up from 14, goes way short. Now Ryan McDaniel pushes again, one of those normal starters, started on the bench today. And definitely showing up, worth his minutes. McDaniel to an open Wright. Wright steps into a 3, goes short and more. Easy rebound. 1-on-3, puts it up with the right hand, misses. Edwards, reverse, no. A lid on the basket for the Wildcats. Luckily, resetting that shot clock and able to set up a different play. Wright swallowed up inside. Noah Wright. Looks like they're going to call it possibly on the ground. And Sonora. Excuse me, this is going to be a 1-and-1, so they do call it on the ground, but due to 7 fouls on Amador, Wright will have to make his first if he wants a second. Roger Edwards sets up for a three and rattled it through. No excitement for the Wildcats. Knocking down shot after shot. It's 21-7 with that Edwards three. More full court press from the Wildcats, looking for that other 10-second violation like they forced earlier. Here's Parker Moore. Easy steal going down with the left hand. Reverse with two hands and threw it in off the backboard. It looked like he was going down for the flashy highlight dunk, but Parker Moore, a little extra defense that came back down for the Buffaloes, never giving up on the play. And Moore couldn't finish strong as he swipes down at the arm. Doesn't draw contact. Up to McDaniel, poked out by the Buffaloes. That's a great stop by Wyatt Macholik, really the leader of this team, and it looks like he jammed his finger as he stopped that from getting to McDaniel. Here's Parker Moore. That offset pressure from number 25, Colton Earl, made Moore just go in layups. Moore steps inside, foul, count the basket, and another. Parker Moore, since he's been on the court, it's been his game, and he continues it with this look. The footwork inside made it 1-on-5. No need to pass it out when you're getting swallowed up by the defenders and they don't know where to slap at. Buffaloes put up a three. Goes long. Buffalo offensive rebound. Pushing inside with Macholik. Goes up, misses, hits the deck. Moore gets the board. McDaniel gets the defender up in the air. Blocked from behind. Edwards, the putback, no good. Moore back underneath. Double team, lost it. Wright picks it up for Sonora. Wraps it down as there's a foul on Macholik. He got a handle on Noah Wright as he was passing it around. Second foul on Macholik as the Wildcats will bring in a few extra players. Ryden Weaver, Roger Alderman, Jared Franklin, Riley Edwards, and then John Kern will come in for Noah Wright after he's done with these free throws. 1-1 for Noah Wright. Back to the starting five at the next moment. Noah Wright, a fantastic player, fantastic shooter, and he's only been to the free throw line a few times this season. And he was 0 of 3 entering this game as he knocks down 2 of 2 there, but finally getting some free throws down the hatch as a varsity player. 27-7 halfway through the second quarter. Amador Buffaloes have been held to 0 points in the second half as Franklin nearly had a breakaway steal, but the Buffaloes get it back. Alderman can't get the touch. Franklin on the move, fresh off the bench. Curran wrapping around outside. He gets it to him. Assistant coach Claude Parkin saying, look inside. You got a huge mismatch with Roger Alderman and Wyatt Macholik. Right now, the guard players just want to play their game and not let Roger Alderman do what Parker Moore was doing when he was in the game. Wildcats now in the double bonus, 28-7, and Weaver can't hit that second free throw. There's Alderman, the big body down low. He'll allow it to push back out. There's Alderman back on the baseline, but it was a bad pass coming from Riley Edwards, and it looks like it stays Sonora basketball. Somehow a Buffalo got a fingertip on it. Deep two ball misses, tracks down his own board. Pushes back through, and a foul on the lower body. I believe Macholik just picked up his third. And he did. A lot of free throws coming in the final 4 minutes just from the way Sonora's been playing. They're putting that aggressiveness at the top of the building, top of the list. And the Amador Buffaloes just aren't ready for it. They're trying to stop them, but they need to get more aggressive and play exactly at Sonora's level to not get those foul calls. Double team back on the side. Buffaloes get it through to the top. John Curran gets broken up top. Now the Buffaloes looking to spin, looking to do something. It's off the foot of Riley Edwards, and the official going to call the kick ball. That'll reset the shot clock for the Buffaloes as they look to inbound at the bottom. Easy inbound underneath. Blocked from behind. No, a foul called by the baseline ref. Well, look at this one again. He had an open player down low. He was caught behind the backboard and absolutely no contact. Official apparently saw something as we head to a break. It's 29-7 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play in the first half. Two shots coming for the Amador Buffaloes, looking for their first points in the second quarter, and that one goes through for Jacob Benyon. Was 23 straight points for Sonora before the Buffaloes were able to put down that basket from the free throw line. And, well, Sonora just right back at it, scoring again. And Ethan Kreshak picks up the foul. And Roger Alderman, who struggled from the free throw line in the game against Somerville, going 1 of 6. Let's see if he did some work in practice. He did not. Weaver gets called for over the back. That is the 6th foul on Sonora in the first half. Weaver will come out for Sonora as he picked up that last foul. Ryan McDaniel back in along with Alderman, Franklin, Edwards, and John Curran. Franklin picks this one up to Riley Edwards. Easy right hand. Alderman was there just in case. (33-9). Buffaloes pick up that dribble and switch court. Go against Ryan McDaniel defensively. Alderman gets around, and another foul on Roger Alderman. Went up and down against Jacob Benyon. Just a little bit too much contact for the official not to call it. Did allow those arms to go down on top of the shooting Benyon, in which the foul was called. Two of 2 for Jacob Benyon, the junior guard for Amador. 11 total points, tripled up by Sonora with 33. McDaniel launches another 3. This one, Poe goes up and down to Roger Alderman, but the official at midcourt line said it went up and hit the beam of the support system. Alderman resting in the paint, going up, allowing some extra pressure along with John Curran, who is the primary defender on the shooting Colton Earl. Riley Edwards fakes, goes in from 10 feet out off the top corner of the block. The Wildcats breezing away with this one in the first half. McDaniel puts up another three. Nothing but nylon for Ryan McDaniel, extending the 27-point lead for the Wildcats. Edwards, the poke out, couldn't quite get the full possession. Amador will get it. Green line of Sonora. And for the first time, we will see entering Jack Serena. Highly expected player for Sonora, but hasn't done anything this season yet, so it's good to see him get some minutes. Fantastic shooter, I know for sure, but we'll see the full extent of him hopefully within this second quarter. Franklin goes down off the backboard, easy deuce. 40 total points for Sonora through 2 quarters and an extra 90 seconds still to play. Jack Serena focusing defensively against Jacob Benyon. Didn't get that offensive touch as the fast break had some high movement after the pass from Roger Alderman. Serena puts the body in front of Benyon. Good defensive stance on his first attempt. Deep 3 ball, flicks out, Alderman rebound. And he's looking at Franklin again. Alberto is close behind him, puts the shoulder down and can't connect from a foot out. Serena gets back on defense. First one back for Sonora. Alderman bats his hand down, but the shot goes through from 15 out. Jacob Benyon. Final minute of play. Here's Ryan McDaniel on the left wing. Serena goes baseline, cuts out to the corner. Backdoor pass, beautiful. Roger Alderman, the assist from Ryan McDaniel, and exactly what Coach Claude Parkin has been talking about all season long is look inside. You have a mismatch, give it to the big man, especially when that defender is in front of Roger, because you can just toss it up. He has the size difference in order to get that pass and receive it, and then just turn around and go straight out the basket. Ryan McDaniel gets fouled by Lucas Hunter. Once again, double bonus. McDaniel goes 2 of 2 for Sonora. 44-13. Amador looking for a few extra points as Alderman gets back down to the paint. They have Kaylor Jack calling for it. The bottom right corner, the top right corner, excuse me, but they didn't get it to him in time. Cooper Alberto was able to get there with that extra pressure, and Alderman will lead back up to Ryan McDaniel. Wildcats get it off and connect. They convert the final play with zeros on the clock. Released it just in time at the end of the first half. 16 down. It's 46-13. Sonora Wildcats looking at yet again another victory at home.
This broadcast has been brought to you by SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Miners Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Visit our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports. Visit straightsports.com for more information. Ab Locker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Ab blocker for anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The Ab blocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. Ab blocker fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to abblockerfitness.com.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions?
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Of course. Their slogan is audio, video, and all your media needs.
Okay.
Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. You're welcome, Dave. You're welcome.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off.
Wildcats had a slow start to the first quarter, but the second quarter they wrapped it up and now have a 45-13 point lead over the league opponent, the Amador Buffaloes. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thank you for joining me from Bud Castle Gymnasium. It is Tuesday, January 24th, and, well, other games in the Motherlode League. You have Calaveras at Somerville, Bret Hart at Argonaut, which should be a close game. Interested to see how that one plays out in the end. And the Wildcats, well, they had a fantastic halftime. They were out here all shooting the ball, having a good time, and a lot of their shots went in. So I'm looking forward to see what the Wildcats have in store starting off the second half. They connect on their first shot, but just the shooting capabilities that they have were definitely on the high point in their shooting game. Parker Moore had a great first half, dominating the paint offensively and defensively, and just moving like we haven't seen before as Cooper Alberto loses the handle, but it is Sonora ball as it's last touched by Ethan Kreshock. With the Amador Buffaloes, they've only had two players score, and that's Lucas Hunter, who has 5 points, and then Jacob Benyon, who has 8 points, and 6 of his 8 points have come from the free throw line. So it's a big difference there where Sonora has allowed him to go to the free throw line, the only player that has been there, and he's getting aggressive, he's getting inside, and he's drawing those fouls. And that's basically their main player right now, despite Wyatt Michalak, who's very confident in his game, although the shots just aren't falling for him. Michalak has 3 fouls, and so does Ethan Kreshock. As we have a timeout called by the Wildcats in the opening minute. 47-13, back in a moment.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Wildcats call an early timeout in the second half, but let's go over their first half stats, and there's a lot of them. Riley Edwards, 7 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Ryan Weaver, 1 point, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Ryan McDaniel, 11 points, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Noah Wright, 3 points, all 3 of those from the free throw line, only missing 1 in the game. Franklin, 2 points, Curran, 4 points. Roger Edwards, 5 points and 100% at the free throw line at 2 of 2. Parker Moore, 7 points, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Alberto also getting a trip there. He's 1 of 2 with 1 point on the day. Then Roger Alderman with 4 points. Not a lot of scoring for him, but that ball not being forced down like Coach Langeway and Parkin won. Ryan Weaver splits through with the left hand, wraps it up and over, down for 2 to make it 3 total points on the day for Weaver. And then Sonora has reached 49 points in the game so far. There's a point in that first half where Sonora scored 23 unanswered points before Buffaloes were able to get to the free throw line and put one through as Parker Moore gets another block. Here's Wright switching court to Ryan Weaver. Pass back to the cutting Moore, and Moore uses that footwork again, although missing the shot. A great effort by the Wildcats. Riley Edwards, came flying in and unfortunately tapped his toe to the baseline and couldn't keep himself in before passing that ball back through. So it's Amador Buffalo basketball. Riley Edwards gets this one, gives it to Noah Wright, splits it over to Ryan Weaver. Beautiful pass, but then the foul goes on Wyatt Macholek. That's foul number 4 on him. Look at this pass again. Noah Wright looking, bounce pass, goes right in front of the body of Macholek, where he could have easily reached down and stopped that ball. The bounce pass allowed it to go underneath what could have been where his hand should have been. Looks like Macholek is going to stay in the game for the time being, despite having 4 fouls. Sonora was in the bonus very early on in that first half. Double bonus, actually, is where they were at with 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Buffaloes straight down the lane. A shot from Colton Earl goes down for 2. Right now, 1 foul on the Buffaloes in this third quarter as Weaver makes a good move but can't finish. Parker Moore is right there on the cleanup. Pushes it through for 2. Buffaloes calling for it on the baseline. Lucas Hunter, who has 5 points, was looking at something. Here's Parker Moore, drives the give to Noah Wright. A beautiful find as the defense went up. Colton Earl put the pressure on Parker Moore, and Moore felt it from behind and said, hey, I'm going to give this one over to Noah Wright and allow him to get the easy bucket. Stop by Parker Moore, swiping down at the right position. Parker Moore with a windfall of blocks. Noah Wright in the corner, launches a triple, got it. Noah Wright puts up the 3, 58 points for Sonora. A large start to quarter number 3. Wright pokes it into the hands of a Buffalo. Open man, Moore picks up a foul. That's going to be foul number 1 for Parker Moore. That's going to be number 2. That's only the first foul in the second half for Sonora. Looks like the Wildcats will get ready to put in a whole new 5 as we are already halfway through the third quarter. And essentially so will the Buffaloes. They'll send out 4 new players. Now on the court for Sonora, Roger Alderman at center, John Curran, Roger Edwards, and Ryan McDaniel as guards, and then the forward, Jared Franklin. Roger Edwards gets the rebound. Now here's Jared Franklin. McDaniel open for 3. He has 2 already and connects on another. 3 threes for number 3, Ryan McDaniel. Franklin at half court, pushing a little extra on Ethan Kreshak to possibly force that backcourt violation. Kreshak able to get out of it. 12 to shoot for the Buffaloes, stolen by Franklin. And he looks at Ryan McDaniel for a possible another three. They go over the top to Roger Alderman again. Find the inside, go inside. Everything that the coaches tell you. Lon Chue and Coach Claude Parkin saying, hey, we tried to tell you this entire time, and now that it's working, hopefully we can do it more. Alderman forced to come out to play on Kaylor Jack. 10 seconds to shoot for Amador. McDaniel forces it loose. 5 to shoot now for Amador. Bench is getting into it, calling out for the offense. They put up a floater, misses. Alderman rebound. Here's McDaniel. Roger Edwards with a full head of steam, beating out everyone on the defense, but McDaniel wants to slow up and allow a play to come about. Offense in motion. Edwards hits the bottom of the backboard, overthrowing Roger Alderman, which is hard to do. Buffaloes will get it back after the wild pass from Edwards. Blocked from behind again. Jared Franklin catching a touch. Timeout called by the Wildcats. Second in the second half. 63-15 Wildcats on top of the Amador Buffaloes.
From grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting.
63-15, Sonora Wildcats lead the Amador Buffaloes in Bud Castle Gymnasium, and there's John Curran from outside to inside. John Curran with the right hand finger roll makes it 65-15 with a 50-point lead. Curran. Alderman back on the outside, going against Stephen Hopkins. Buffaloes taking their time on the offense, and it's Wildcat ball. Franklin never touched it. Curran in the bottom right corner. McDaniel throws it out to him low on the pass. Curran goes from 10 feet, bounces off the back rim, and the Buffaloes get a rebound with Ethan Kreshak, who now goes against another great defender of Sonora, Ryan McDaniel. Pushing at him, goes up, misses. Rebound, Roger Edwards. It's then caught on the shoulder. Leading pass up to John Curran. He'll go back at him with the right hand. He hits the deck hard. A little slow to get up and limping afterwards. The foul eventually came in. Cody Smiley picked up the foul, and you see Curran go down on that right leg, pinned underneath himself. John Curran getting some positive banter from the stands. Amador also getting some encouragement from their fan base as we have a substitution for Curran. It's Cooper Alberto. Going a little heavier for the Wildcats, less guard heavy. Roger Edwards will be essentially the leading guard along with Ryan McDaniel. Then you have some forwards with Cooper Alberto, Jared Franklin, and then the center with Roger Alderman. look that we haven't seen from the Wildcats before, but we've seen a lot of that tonight. Franklin up to Edwards. Will launch it up. Alderman couldn't connect on it. They were looking at it, but Alderman couldn't reel it in with his right hand. (67-15) in the final minute of the third quarter. Here's the Buffaloes. Here's a steal by Jared Franklin. Defender on his side. He gets in front, a little body push, looking for the foul and doesn't get it. Steal by Roger Edwards now. He'll go up to Franklin. He stops in the paint and he gets a travel. Shot clock is turned off for the Buffaloes. Wildcats not holding back. You played till the end, played till that final buzzer. Wildcats want that highlight play against this longtime league opponent. Alderman can't quite get the fingertips on it. Put it in off the backboard. 5 seconds for a final buzzer beater up to Roger Edwards. He lost the handle. And with 0.2 seconds left, it's not enough time for the Buffaloes to get a final shot. So at the end of quarter number 3, it's 67-17, the Wildcats leading into the fourth quarter with this large lead.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online.
Entering the final 8 minutes, the Sonora Wildcats at home back with a large lead of 67-17. And the Wildcats, well, they were ahead at the end of quarter number 1, but it didn't look like this. At the end of the first 8 minutes, it was 11-7, and with an extra added 16 to that, 67-17 is where we end up. The Sonora Wildcats offense has definitely done their work, especially in situations like this, where they get that ball off a steal and they're trying to beat that defense back. A lot of fast break options for Sonora that have worked out. Here is Jack Serena putting up his first field goal attempt on the season. He misses as it pushes off the block, and then Serena, very hesitant, drives in. There's the bucket, 50% on the season, misses the first and gets the second. Team and crowd ecstatic as they get their first look at Jack Serena in his junior season. Noah Wright picks up a foul, reaching in on number 24, Ethan Kreshok. So Noah Wright picks up his second foul as the Buffaloes will substitute a 4-man team in. We've seen play from every Wildcat except for Jaden Streitenberger. 6.5 minutes to play. Sonora looking at 69 total points. Here is Weaver. Serena back to Weaver. Found an open man. He drives baseline. Fouled hard. Right across the forearms of Ryden Weaver. Instead of the three, he just went inside. But Jack Serena, good pass back play. Gave it to him. The pressure went to Serena for a little zone pressure. And then Weaver was wide open to go in. Weaver misses that free throw. And hits the second. Buffalo offense still looking for some points in this fourth quarter. They put it up, and Weaver gets called for the foul. There has been 3 times this season where the Wildcats were able to surpass 70 points in a game. Their first one came on December 13th against Buhack Colony right here at Sonora. 78-48 was the final score of that game. Obviously, the Sonora defense has picked up since early season. And then the second time that they scored 70 points was the very next game. And not only that, but it was also the next day against Ripon Christian, who is high up in the ranks of Northern California Central Valley basketball. Sonora beat them 70-52. And once again, that defense definitely getting better, as we have seen today in the past few games. Then their final time scoring 70 points before this game was on January 13th at Argonaut. And that game went into overtime, so they were able to surpass that 70 points because of that extra 4 minutes that they were allotted. 72-67 was the final score of that. Here's Noah Wright putting up a 3. It's good! Noah Wright, another 3-ball for Sonora. That's his second in the game. This, by far, is the biggest point difference that Sonora has had in the season, 73-18. And still halfway through the fourth quarter. Serena pulls it out. Jacob Benyon didn't have the grip. Pass up to Parker Moore. Spins through on the reverse. Parker Moore. Not easy to know where the basket is in that situation. Doesn't get fouled either. Parker Moore, a beautiful offensive play as he spun in, went reverse, and put it up after the pass from Jack Serena. Serena gets the rebound off the missed free throw. Moore calling for it, riding that free throw line. Alberto bumped on the body. Buffalo's moving on the outside. Still trying to force their way into the middle, which hasn't worked, especially with Parker Moore and Roger Alderman protecting their paint like it's a child. Weaver. Wright calls up for the screen. Parker Moore moves off of it. Alberto moves, kick out, Weaver, 3, good! Bryden Weaver, high arcing, and it drops down for 3. Wildcats shooting fantastic. Final 90 seconds, Sonora with 78, Amador with 19. Buffaloes put it up on the baseline and got the 15-footer to drop. Ethan Kreshak. Parker Moore comes up, a screen against Machalik. Weaver picked up the dribble, and Machalik gets the steal, and then Weaver picks up a foul. Only a few more games for the Amador Buffaloes on the season. After tonight's loss, they will go back home, play against Calaveras. Then they will play on February 3rd at Argonaut, and then back at home for their final game against the Bret Hart Bullfrogs. That's February 7th. their final game. Once again, that is at home. While the Sonora Wildcats, well, they have a few more games and maybe a postseason run as well. They can keep it tight against Calaveras. Both teams can definitely make it and represent the Motherlode League. And they could still get that first place prize. Not out of the picture quite yet, especially once we get the results between Somerville and Calaveras tonight. Somerville made a good run at it the last time they played and then eventually lost by quite a few, but they kept it close through 3 quarters. And now they're back at home. It gives a little bit extra to the Bears. Sonora, well, their upcoming schedule against Argonaut on Friday. Be here at Bud Castle Gymnasium or be here on NorCal Sports TV. After that, at Bret Hart, at Somerville, and then the final game of the season against Calaveras, possibly to tie it up at the top of the Motherlode League. But the Sonora Wildcats, another victory on the season to make it 7-1 at home, 12-12 overall. Coach Longway back at 500 for the 22-23 season. 78-21 final score. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. For my producer, Jeremy Hurtado, cameraman Taylor Rector, and Pride Wright. We'll see you on Friday for more Wildcat basketball.